Yo, what is going on, everybody? Start up that track. Shouts to Rowdy Ghost for this, by the way. Let me change this to normal. And, let me just make sure everything's correct. We're good. Alright, so this is UPBA Season 1, Week 1, where I'm up against RiceNoctowls and the Houston Reggie Rockets. And I'm just gonna let you know right now, my first 2 weeks are completely I think they're the two best teams in the league for different reasons. I think the Houston Reggie Rockets have one of the best teams in the league and have a very good owner. And the next week battle, which is against Verg, my boy, he's a pretty good battler, and he has such a threatening draft. I'm just so scared of it. But let me go over his team. This is my team, by the way. Oh yeah, shouts to Ethan Bradbury. Where is he? Is this him? No, this isn't him. Damn it, this is Bermuda Mooch. I'm so unprofessional. Alright, here we are. Alright, so you see his team, right? You can, there's the cutoff for these two, but look. This man has Megalopunny, which, you already know I have a bad history with that thing. And he's got London Skyscraper. He's got freaking Sylveon, Zygarde, Thunderous Varian, Hard Body, Decidueye, this thing, which is also a threat, Miltank, Emboar, Registeel, and Slowking. So, when I was prepping, I felt he could bring any of his 11 mons. There wasn't even one where I was like, that doesn't have a bad matchup. I really felt he was going to bring a Alolan Persian for a while. But, here's what I really thought he'd bring. Most definitely, more than likely, but I could see him not. Yes, he's bringing it. I doubt it. He could. Probably. He could, because that thing could bust through me. Most definitely. And no, but he could. So, what I built to counter that was we got Foblord. Wait, am I, zoomed in too much? Is that why it's messing up? Hold up. Oh, that's why it's messed up. There we go. Okay, so we got Foblord, the Fabio. Fabio. Volt Switch, Dragon Pulse, Rest Talk. This thing, and max speed F, max HP, 8 defense. This thing is here to counter Thunderous, to counter Slowking, even though it could set up Calm Minds and Ice Beam, but still counter Slowking, help counter Emboar, counter Decidueye pretty well. It can help against Reuniclus, and it can help basically against everything on his team. So that's why I have that. Next up, we got With All That Is Holy, call him Fish Moly. Max defense, max HP, 4 speed F, Wish Protect, knock off Ice Beam. Ice Beam for Zygarde, because that thing's banded, it runs for my team, so that's why I need max HP, max defense. Knock off because Toxic is nice, but he has Miltank and Sylveon to heal bell, and since I think he's bringing both, I don't think it's really worth it to run Toxic, so I should run knock off because another switch in the Fish Moly is Reuniclus, and if I can knock off that thing's Colbur Berry, if it has it, that would be wonderful to help out Sneasel in the back, as you can see. But yeah, this is what I have, and Wish Protect just because I need to counter Zygarde. Next up, we got Haunch, the Choice Scarf, Inner Focus, Drain Punch, U-Turn, Knock Off, High Jump Kick, enough speed to outspeed enough to outspeed Thunderous Varian if he's scarfed, and because that's the max thing I can do, and it outspeeds everything that isn't scarfed. Well, it outspeeds everything in general as long as that thing isn't scarfed. But I have Drain Punch and High Jump Kick because originally I had Poison Jab over High Jump Kick, but I didn't really need it because I didn't see myself ever going for Poison Jab with Haunch, since the only thing it hits is Sylveon, and I'd always want to U-turn out of there anyways, so yeah. And then I have Inner Focus because Megalopunny can click Fake Out, and then I Drain Punch him and kill him for turn 1, and that'd be freaking amazing. And then, stand up, knock off U-turn, and then High Jump Kick just because it's nice damage. Next up, we got Virsachit. Max HP, so that Seismic Toss doesn't break the sub from Miltank or Registeel. Max speed to outspeed Zygarde, and the rest in defense just because I'm running Calm Mind with Psyshock Shadow Ball. Now, originally I had Flash Cannon, but I changed up the plan because I realized, oh wait, if he runs Calm Mind, Hard Body, that's very bad for me. So I was like, cool, I'll just run Shadow Ball, and it's a 40% chance to drop Spadef, so that's the only way I'm going to beat it since Psyshock isn't cutting it. Then we got Don Fizzle, the Rocky Helmet, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Rep Spin, Knockoff, Don Fan. Stealth Rock is very nice because its only form of hazard removal is the Decidueye. Originally I had Sculpey that would hazard stack, which would have been nice, but I didn't end up bringing it. But max HP, max defense to hopefully counter Lopunny, Rocky Helmet to get damage on Lopunny, and Knockoff to help with Decidueye and basically everything else. And then last but not least, we got Verg, the Choice Banded, Inner Focus, Knockoff, Icicle Crash, Ice Star, Pursuit, Sneasel, with, this might be like, wait, why are you just running max and everything? Well, he has Persian Alolan form, which his speed is 115. And I don't want him running max speed and me like speed creeping some stupid stuff and then not speeding. So I just ran max speed and I didn't, and yeah. Pursuit to hopefully trap Reuniclus if I can. So yeah, let's get into the game. And he has, oh damn it, I should probably, you know what, I'll leave it like this, but I'll switch it around once the battle starts. He didn't bring Mega Lopunny. Wow. As soon as the battle started, I saw no Mega Lopunny. I almost like jumped down my chair. I was like, what? How could he not bring that? But he brings Registeel, which I was a little iffy about, and he brings Thundurus, which I was a bit iffy about, and then he brings this core, which I was very scared of. I knew he was going to bring this, and more than likely this. These two were iffy, but I still think he would bring, and then Thundurus, to be honest, I didn't expect it, but you know, it kind of makes sense. And with that, I'm just going to get into the battle. So I just lead off with Mienshao because I can U-turn on everything and just scout his team. So yeah, that's what I do. I'm going to, wait, hold up, switch sides. I lead off with Mienshao as he leads off with Sylveon. I'm like, cool, I'm Scarfed. If he Scarfs Sylveon, I can just U-turn on it. I really doubt he has Quick Attack, and if he did, he probably wouldn't go for it anyway since he could just fire off a big Hyper Voice and figure out some stuff about my team. So that's what I'm going to do. I U-turn, and that damage shows me he's max defense, max HP, or like a super low roll on like max HP and then not max defense, ball off defense. So I just zoomed out max HP, max defense. Cool. And now I can go out to Virsachit and do some things. And Virsachit comes out, he goes for Hyper Voice, and that does absolutely nothing. Show me he really is defensive. And now I can go for a sub and scout. He goes out to Miltank, and I'm like, cool, if you get rocks up, I got Danfin, Spin, I can just go for Psyshock and figure out some things. And that is max defense, max HP, Impish, Miltank. I know that now. And he goes for Seismic Toss. I'm like, wait, that means one Mon that Virsachit can set up on. Alright, he has 2 Mons that Virsachit can set up on. That's great. And that won't break the sub, so I can just get a little bit more damage off. And once again, if he gets the rocks, I have Donphan Spin, and he has no spin blocker, so I can just do that. And he goes for another Seismic Toss, and I'm like, awesome, I can just switch out to Fabio and get off a slow Volt Switch. As I do, I go out to Fabio, and he goes for Seismic Toss, and Fabio eats it up. And now I'm just gonna throw off a Volt. I'm gonna Mega and Volt Switch because Mold Breaker makes it so that Thundurus he can't come in and like absorb it. And if he goes out to Zygarde, he's not going out to Zygarde. Alright, that's just not a play you make. But what I can do is I can just Volt Switch because it's more likely to play Sylveon. But he goes out to Reuniclus. I'm like, wait, I'm going to get like 40% off on this thing. That's great. I can go out to Sneasel after. And I Volt Switch. That did absolutely nothing. That damage shows me that he is a Solfest. Now, I am more okay with that because that means he can't Calm Mind Sweep me. Pretty okay with that, to be honest. Even though, yes, that is a problem, it's a little bit more manageable than the Calm Mind set I was worried about. So, now what I can do is go out to Sneasel, and now Sneasel's in, and now, here's the play. Do I knock off, and he stays in, and I kill him? Do I Pursuit, and he stays in and I die if he has either Signal Beam or if he hits Focus Blast, which he could miss, so Pursuit's probably the better play. Do I knock off as he switches and then Reuniclus is alive, or do I Pursuit and he switches and Reuniclus is dead? I need Reuniclus gone. I absolutely... Getting the knockoff on like Sylveon, Registeel, or Miltank, what does that matter? I need to kill this Reuniclus for Virsachit to be able to do anything. And really, the rest of my team, like, once this thing's gone, Mienshao has a field day, to be honest. Once Sylveon's gone, obviously, but it does have a field day. So, I'm going to Pursuit. If he stays in, I lose Verg, and I'm in a bad position. If he switches, Reuniclus is more than likely going to die because he'd probably be offensive with Assault Vest, and Verg is alive and he's well. So I'm going to go for Pursuit, and it works out, and he dies. That is so big. That's just so big, because now Verg has a field day, so does Versace. So now he goes out to his mill tank, and I'm like, alright, I'm just going to switch out the Fob Lord. Oh wait, no, I switch out the Don Fizzle here, because let me think. I switched out Don Fizzle because I was thinking, oh, Seismitoss. I don't need Don Fizzle for anything. I got Alamomola to wall Zygarde, and Don Fizzle, the only thing it does is gets rid of hazards. So if he sets up rocks, I can get rid of them. If he goes for Seismic Toss, I'm good because Don Fizzle still has a good amount of health. And I want to get up rocks because he has no removal, and rocks would be very nice to always get chip on things. So I got the Don Fizzle as he milk drinks, so I'm like, cool, I'm going to set up those rocks. And he misses Toxic, which is so unfortunate. I can't even defend myself on that. That is really unfortunate on his part that I missed Toxic. But now, I think he's going to go for Toxic again. I'm going to switch out to Fabio, and I can always just get off a rest. So I go out to Fabio as he makes the good play, and he goes for Seismic Toss, and I'm like, alright, I don't know if he'll think about this. So I'm just going to go for rest as he stays in Seismic Toss, and your boy Fabio is in this. Let's go, Fabio. Let's go. Rest Talk Fabio for the win. And now I'm going to go for Sleep Talk, and I'm like, dude, Fabio, be the king. Fabio, be the king. Fabio is the king. Fabio, oh my, I love Fabio. I love Fabio so much. I love Fabio. Fabio's great. Fabio is just so good. And now I'm gonna Volt Switch out to Mienshao, the Haunch, shouts to the Haunch. And here. Now, I could get High Jump Kick and probably 2-hit KO Sylveon, but the thing is, the safer play is U-Turn, because it takes out all the options of him, being good. Because I doubt he'd stay in, because if he stays in, he's either A, Chople Counter, or B, Protect. So, what I'm going to do is U-Turn, because that Scout, say it has one of those, and Haunch isn't a counter right now in the Mill Tank. Or B, if he switches out to Sylveon, I get free momentum, and we're good. So, that's what I'm going to do. As he does switch out, showing me he's neither, and I'm like, cool, I get momentum on Sylveon, which is nice. Wow. And now I get to go out to your boy Versace, and I get to click, what do I click? Do I click Calm Mind, or do I click, I'm pretty sure I click Calm Mind here. I'm actually almost positive I click Calm Mind here, right? Yeah, I click Calm Mind here as he goes out to Zygarde, and now I'm like, if this thing's Scarfed, that could be a problem, and even if he's not Scarfed, this is the big problem anyways, because Versace can't kill it. So, I have Fishmoley for this one thing. This is the only reason Fishmoley's here. And as you're going to see, he goes for Earthquake, and that does nothing. That did nothing. That is Choice Banded Adamant damage from a Zygarde, and that did absolutely nothing. So, you know what that means? Is I get to click Knockoff, because I either A, knock off his Choice Band, or B, he switches out to something else and I knock it off, since I don't really need to pass a wish to anything. And he goes out to Sylveon. I'm like, ooh, what's this thing rocking? What is this thing rocking? We do 7%. He's rocking a Kebia Berry because he was scared of Scolpede, but I didn't bring it. So, we're good. And I knock him off, and I'm like, cool. You know what that means? I get to go out to Versace, and if he goes for Hyper Voice, I'm good. If he goes for Wish, I'm also good. And yeah, he goes for Wish, and now I'm like, awesome. I'm just going to go for a sub. And as he goes for a Protect, I'm like, dude, this nice, I get a sub up. Now I can get up a Calm Mind on the more than likely Zygarde switching. Or you could stay in and go for Wish again to get the free switches in Zygarde. But I can just go for Psyshock, and we're good. We're very, very good. As I do get off that, and now right here I'm going to go for the Psyshock, and I get a crit. Now, this is pretty big. But, I get him down to 36%, and I'm like, cool. Psyshock probably isn't killing. Wait, please tell me. Oh, I remember what. Wait, is that what I do? Yeah, that's definitely what I do. Alright, so I get off a Psyshock, and he crit, and I crit him, and that's bad. And he goes for Earthquake. And now, right here, the best play is sub. Because this covers everything. If he stays in and goes for Earthquake again, then that's fine. Versace gets lower. But what I always do on Zygarde is I go out to Fish Moly and wish, and then I wish directly back in the Versace. So we're always good with Versace since I have Alomomola to wish. So I'm just gonna go for sub here, and he switches, and I get off a free sub as it goes into Sylveon. And this means I get off another Calm Mind. I get off another Calm Mind, and we're great. And he switches in the Miltank, and I'm like, dude, you don't have Earthquake. I can sit up on you. I can sit up on you all freaking day. And I check the calc, and I only do about 30% from here. So I'm like, cool, I'm just going to go for a Calm Mind as he goes for the Milk Drink. Yeah, he goes for a Milk Drink. And now it's looking really good for Versace. I'm like, great, awesome. Let's just go for a Calm Mind. And he's going to break the sub with Seismic Toss. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm just going to go for Psyshock and do some massive damage to you. As I do Psyshock, and I do 51%, which means the next one should kill unless I get the lowest of low possible rolls in the history of Pokemon. I get up the sub, which is very nice, and he goes for Seismic Toss, and now I get to kill him off as long as he stays in. Hopefully he stays in. I'd be really glad. He stays in. Miltank is dead. That's great. It's looking good for Versace. As long as Registeel only has Seismic Toss, it's looking good for Versace. He goes to Registeel. I'm like, ugh, that's not good. I'm going to Shadow Ball and hope that you don't have anything. I do 35%. And he goes for Rock Slide. And I'm like, wait, is he bluffing? I don't know if he's bluffing, but I'm going to go for sub and just see if I can do a thing. Because if we have Earthquake, oh well. He goes for Thunder Wave. Dude, Versace. The Versace's going to do this. Is Versace going to do this and win me the game? I go for Shadow Ball, I do 35%. And he goes for another Rock Slide. He doesn't have rest. That means Versace is gonna win. That means Versace is gonna win. That's legit the game. The only thing you could possibly go for is Extreme Speed, which I doubt breaks the sub, but it breaks the sub. Then he gets a full pair with Thunderous. But he chokes, but he doesn't even go for that, so he just sends out Thunderous. It doesn't break the sub. And I get off a Psyshock and kill him, and now he's going to send out Zygarde, and Zygarde's going to die, and then he's going to send out Sylveon. Sylveon's going to die. So, that crit. Now, look. That crit, yes, it was big. Alright, and I do crit him on the last turn, which is funny. But let's just go back to that crit on Zygarde. Alright, that crit was big. No doubt. I'm not even going to defend myself. That crit was big. However, what I will say is he would have been put down to about 50-something%. I probably would have made the same play and went for sub again, because if he did something else, then I'd be good. And I would have, if he stayed in and went for Earthquake again, then I'd go out the Fish Moly, or I'd sub again, but more than likely I'd go out the Fish Moly, and I can just wish on it. If he goes out that freaking Sylveon on that, I get the wish pass back into Versace, and we'd just be in a continuous cycle. But eventually he'd have to heal with Sylveon since I have rocks up. So overall, it definitely would have been a 6-0 if Versace didn't crit the Zygarde, which is very unfortunate. But I don't know how the game would have gone. Not gonna defend myself, but with that, we start the season with a 6-0, and we win a match that I felt I had a 100% chance of losing. So yeah, with that, I'm go. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.